Good morning, friends, and welcome to TV8's Good Morning Vail for Monday, June 24th, 2019. But judging by that shot of two elk in Vail, kind of looks like March 24th, 2019, because we had another weekend of winter. I think the higher elevations got between 5 to 8 inches over the past 2 days on really Saturday and Sunday. So additional snow at those higher elevations. We're just waiting to melt off before the trails are going to be ready. But remember, all that two elk area right now is currently closed for elk calving season until July 1st. So the snow can hang around until July 1st. We're not allowed to go back there right now anyway. And what a Monday it is going to be. I'm going to say officially today's the first day of summer. The heck to the summer solstice and all that. Nope, it's today, June 24th. The weather looks great this week, and it's also the first day of the 15th annual Avon Dunkin' Dash series. This is an incredible, what they call an aquathlon. I want to call it an aquathlon, but aquathlon. So every Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. in the town of Avon and Lake Nottingham, they have a swimming to running sort of relay. So it's 2 laps around Lake Nottingham, which is 800 yards, and then you get out of the water and you run a 5K, which is essentially around the lake over to what we call Bob the Bridge in Avon, which is the bridge that goes kind of towards Beaver Creek. But it's incredible. Go check them out every Monday through July 29th, 6 to 8 p.m. And then on Tuesdays, tomorrow night, you can go to the Hot Summer Nights concert series in Vail. This kicks off at 5:30 p.m. at Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. And I think out of all the artists coming to perform this year, this is my favorite one. It's the Wailers. You get a free Wailers show in Vail next evening. It's every single Tuesday throughout the summer. Hot Summer Nights concert series. Again, 100% free. The Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater, it's just a 5-minute walk east of the Vail Village parking structure. So park yourself in Vail Village, head down, and then make that nice dirt path along the river to the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. Holy cow, what a concert that's going to be. And Ashley Prill, our Epic Morning reporter, live from Beaver Creek. Ashley, how are things looking up there? Is there still snow on the ground up at that elevation?
You know, things are looking really good. Check this out. The mini golf course has completely revealed itself. We've got some sunflowers and we've got some birds chirping out here. It is definitely looking like summer at Beaver Creek. And if you're looking for a great way to get some energy out of the entire family today, maybe bike up here. There is the coolest rec path that goes all the way from Avon all the way up to the base of Beaver Creek. It's only about 3 miles long. And then of course round trip is gonna be more like 6 miles, but hey, downhill. All of the way back is going to be downhill, but you can rent the bikes at any one of the Vail or Beaver Creek sports locations, and there's 5 throughout the valley. There's one actually right across from our offices at the Seasons at Avon that would be super convenient. So they have bikes for all ages, and what a great way to get outside today, especially because we're finally, like Eric was just saying, really kind of experiencing the first day of summer. But that'd be an awesome adventure. Bike up here, maybe do some mini golf, maybe do some gem panning, and then have a nice little cool ride down at the end of the day. Now, something else that's important to note too, if you are looking for a really cool way to see some of the best views, taking a scenic gondola ride is definitely at the top of the list. And did you know that kids ride free? So the way this works is that with the purchase of an adult ticket, kids 12 and under ride for free. So they get, for every adult purchase ticket, then there's a free kids ticket. So it's a really affordable way to get up to the top of the mountain for the entire family, maybe enjoy some lunch or a picnic or a little hike at the top of the mountain. And both Beaver Creek and Vail are open for daily gondola operations right now. And for our show today on Good Morning Vail, as we kick off another brand new week, we'll have Dan Smith from Vail Mountain Rescue. We'll also have Eric cooking in the kitchen. What? That's never happened before. And we'll also have a look at what's happening with that local weather forecast right after this break.
Going Going to the Shawn Mendes Verizon Up concert was like an out-of-body experience.
Why the Yusuf Say sisters chose Verizon.
We were right in front of him. Front row. Actually, Zarmina, you touched Shawn Mendes.
Yeah, I touched
Shawn
him.
Mendes.
He like held my hand for a while, and then we got to meet him after, which was like
Another surprise.
yeah. We love Verizon even more now. I'll never forget that day ever.
The network more people rely on gives you more. Like thousands of tickets to concerts, festivals, and private shows. Plus a free Samsung Galaxy when you switch. That's Verizon.
Do something great for you at Simply Massage. Get any 60-minute session for $89. Buy 5 sessions and get 1 free. With 4 mountain locations, relaxation is just a step away.
Oh baby, come on and say it now. Just let the words come out.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by GMC, the exclusive partner of Vail Resorts.
Oh, good morning, Vail. You're looking gorgeous today. That's a shot from the Vail Village Transportation Center right around the covered bridge area and Slifer Plaza, looking up at Pepe's face in the background. Snow's melting off at the lower parts of Vail and Beaver Creek, as we just saw with Ashley. It's going to be an absolutely perfect day out today. Summer is finally upon us. We just had to fight through one more weekend of winter. And look at that. Today, high of 58 degrees. However, if you're in the direct sunshine, it's going to feel more like 65, 68 degrees. Low of 37 to start the day off this morning. And moving on into the evening hours, additionally, a low of 37. Sunset getting late, right around 8:40 p.m. this evening. Plenty of light to make sure that pup is nice and exercised after you get done with work. Now, before we get into the 5-day forecast, let's take a look at the national map, try to predict what weather is coming in our future. And the big thing to note here, this large high-pressure system just planted right over Colorado right now, in conjunction with the jet stream that is essentially absent from Colorado. That means that we're not going to see that high pressure system pushed out of our area for a little bit. We're going to be in a few days of sunshine and absolutely perfect conditions. Looking ahead to the 5-day forecast here, temperatures are slowly going to perk their way up to around 68 degrees by Thursday. Don't see any significant precipitation in our 5-day forecast, so it's looking like that jet stream is going to stay very stable and keep that high pressure system locked into our zone. We need it. We could use a good 5 days of sunshine to keep that snow melt naturally occurring at the higher elevations. Thanks to GMC for sponsoring this weather. Now we're going to check in with Ashley Prill live from Beaver Creek, get a little trail report update.
Hey, yeah, thanks, Eric. No, because of that snow melt that you were just talking about, and because of how much snow there is still at the top of our mountains, a lot of the upper mountain trails, especially in Vail, are still closed. But looking at what's open here at Beaver Creek, right at the base, they have this trail ratings and closure sign. Super easy, really convenient. They've been opening more and more terrain each and every week. Like, for instance, look at this. The Overlook Trail is now open. That's exciting. That was not open last week. The Five Senses Trail, that's a great one to take the little kiddos on. Beaver Lake Trail, I know that that is a favorite for Eric and his dog Minnie, because you can hike up to the lake and definitely get the dogs plenty of water on that trail. Also, the Village to Village Trail, now this is still closed, and part of that has nothing to do with the snow that we still have on the mountain. That's all about the elk cabin closure. So the western portion of Beaver Creek, basically all the trails behind me by Strawberry Lane and also by President Ford's, that is all closed down right now because of the elk still having their babies. That's going to be going through July 1st. So just, another week, and then that side of the mountain is going to be open. Now, let's say you're going to be going to Vail. They have some very limited terrain right now because of a lot of the snow, a lot of the work that's taking place to improve snowmaking capabilities for next season. So basically, if you want to go hiking on Vail Mountain, the only trails that are open are Strawberry Lane and then also Lower Berry Picker. Now you can connect the two, and it makes a really nice 3-mile loop that goes through, down along the river path and the rec path into town. But that's it as far as hiking is concerned. And then as far as the biking trails are concerned, also only the lower mountain is open. So they don't have any trails that are at the top of the mountain that are available to ride on right now. So just be aware of that, and make sure that you're paying attention to all of those closures. And they always have these nice big old maps at the bottom of each resort to kind of keep it really nice and convenient, plus those trail maps. So that's a look at your trail report. Up next, we're going to be chatting with Dan Smith and Vail Mountain Rescue, so don't go anywhere.
Part of travel is the journey, and it's not only about where you're going, but how you get to your destination. With over 35 years of experience, Epic Mountain Express is the best way to begin your trip to the Rockies. Enjoy complimentary Wi-Fi and relax in the comfort of our shuttles and SUVs. With service out of Denver International and Eagle County Airport, trust our professional drivers to get you there in confidence and comfort. Start off your trip right with Epic Mountain Express.
Let us put you in the spirits. Avon Liquor.
Hey guys, I'm looking for some amazing craft beer.
We got it!
Hi, I'm looking for the best wine selection in the Vail Valley.
That's us.
I'm looking for great customer service and an awesome rewards program.
They got it!
So if you want great customer service, an amazing shopping experience, and we'll even hop in the truck and deliver your goods, then stick with the local favorite. Come on down to Avon Liquor.
Let us put you in the spirits.
Vail's most talented architects, builders, and interior design firms are creating some of the most spectacular homes in America. And our cameras will take you inside these homes and introduce you to Vail's most respected real estate companies specializing in high-end properties. Watch the Vail Home Show each day right here on Vail's TV8 or online. And remember, you can catch this show on the web anytime at vailhomeshow.com.
Well, our mountains are all about getting out and adventuring and exploring the outdoors, but safety is paramount. That's why every single Monday we bring on Dan Smith from Vail Mountain Rescue to give us tips on how to stay safe in the wilderness. And Dan, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine. We didn't have a terrible week.
You recovered. You had a few missions, though.
Oh, yeah, we had 4 missions. One at a hut, which was serious. The young lady was going to the hut and at Shrine, which is one of the easier huts. It's easy if you live at 10,000 feet.
Yes.
It's not so easy if you live in Georgia at 200 feet. And she developed acute mountain sickness, which is basically you feel like crap. That's what it feels like.
And it can catch on quickly.
Oh, it can turn real quickly, and the only cure is to go downhill. Apparently she had some other underlying health issues. And she wasn't very far in. She's about 3 miles in a trail, which is really an old road, but it's still snow, part of it. So we wound up with 2 trucks, 2 snow machines, and our side-by-side ATV, and I think it was 5 guys and 2 paramedics to go in and get her out.
Yeah, this transitional season makes it rough to
Oh,
do
it
things
is.
efficiently.
And it takes
so much
takes a
gear.
long time, and we were able to get enough fluid in her that she was stable, and paramedics can put a line in the field, and got her on the back of a snow machine, got her down to the UTV, got her out to the ambulance, and got her to the hospital. So good mission. The other 3 were all our favorite, Swiftwater, why I brought this stuff in. They all were people bucked out of boats or boats that flipped. They all worked in the normal fashion. Fire gets there very quickly, does an excellent job of extracting the people, has some fun counting noses to make sure they've got all the people. That is a ballet that is not, it's Swine Lake, basically.
Okay, yeah.
It's really bad. And we went after the boats, or in one case, everybody was so far away from where the boat was, we just had to let the boat go. You know, we can't catch it many times. We got to get ahead of it. It's got to float into us. Chasing a boat is a futile occupation, and you wind up in Garfield County really fast.
Yeah,
So we missed the boat on that one. And then ourselves and Fire, we were 45 minutes out, so we didn't even roll. But Fire tried to get it a couple of times and just couldn't. So we like to get the boats partially because, you know, it's somebody's property and we'd like to save it for them. But also because if the boat gets hung up on the side of the river, it's now an attractive nuisance for 10-year-old boys. And they will go down and they will try and get that boat loose, and they're not wearing any protective equipment, and they can get pulled in the water real fast. If it sits in the middle of the stream flow and it's kind of half sunk, now it's a hazard to navigation for raft trips, and we'll work with the guide services to try and get it out. And sometimes you just can't. Sometimes it gets out of our jurisdictions fast that you can't do anything. And this was one of those, but the other 2 we were able to
from
get.
the bank, try to pop it.
No, shotgun deflations have occurred. Oh, very rarely.
Yeah.
There's got to be a real reason to do something like that, but you can. Now we have drones. We can fly ropes across the stream, and we're going to try flying ropes out and dropping them with a hook on them, see if we can catch the boat that way. Of course, I have this vision of the drone flying over the boat, both going down the river at a high rate of speed. I'd like to avoid that if we could. So it was a good week. This week, the rivers are up. They're probably going to stay. The various prognosticators say they're going to stay at about this level for 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It depends. We got a lot of snow, as your weather forecast said, on the mountain over the weekend. We just can't seem to get the snow out of the back bowls of Vail. Yeah, we can't get the snow off top of Beaver Creek and the Bald and Grouse in New York. So that's going to keep the rivers going for a while. We may well be in Swiftwater into August. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, speaking of Swiftwater, we're going to take a quick break, take a peek at the weather, come back and get some tips on the proper gear for your Swiftwater adventures. So stick around. We're going to check in with Ashley Prill first, get a look at the local weather.
This weather report is brought to you by Good Morning Vail, live and on demand with any streaming TV service. Use the YouTube app in Apple TV and more to search TV8 Vail.
Yeah, that's right. Speaking of that Swiftwater, this is a look at Beaver Creek this morning, and it's very loud right next to the creek, and also you can see the water is moving pretty quickly. It has slowed down just ever so slightly from last week, I think, because of the much cooler temperatures and the snow that we did get over the weekend, but like Dan and Eric were saying, that Swiftwater is going to continue for a long time. And something to be considerate of is that we are currently under a flood advisory, and that is going to be in effect really until further notice along all of our major waterways. So, you know, here at Beaver Creek, we're not necessarily worried about this thing flooding too much, but if you do get close, you'll see that it is overflowing from where it typically does onto the sides of the banks. And most, you know, Gore Creek and also the Eagle River are pretty much at bank full right now, so just be aware of that. Now we're going to be seeing our temperatures warming up a little bit compared to where we saw them over the weekend. A lot of sunshine in the forecast, and tonight our overnight lows still in the upper 30s, but we are looking at plenty of hours of daylight to get out and to enjoy some great activities. Maybe a hike, maybe a bike ride, maybe I don't know, you could do pretty much everything today. And for your I-70 forecast, temperatures staying in the 60s and 70s here in the Vail Vail area, and then a little bit warmer down along the Front Range. But man, what a beautiful way to start off a brand new week here in the high country. And coming up next, we have your road report.
This road report is brought to you by Big O Tires, the team you trust, with locations in Avon, Frisco, Glenwood Springs, and Basalt.
All right, well, we had some winter storms and some slick driving conditions this past weekend, but looking ahead to the next 5 days, as Ashley just said, it's looking like gorgeous weather. So I wanted to bring up the annual construction season and inform you all on the various construction that is going on in our valley. Now, the first one to consider is going on in Edwards. This is going to last for about 8 weeks. What they're doing is along the Highway 6, they're adding a roundabout to that primary Edwards interchange instead of stoplights. So you know I'm happy about that. I absolutely love roundabouts over stoplights. But for the moment, you're going to want to avoid Highway 6 at Edwards. If you're trying to travel east on Highway 6, it's best that you get off at the I-70 Edwards exit and take Miller Ranch Road. And then secondarily, the next big construction that's going on is occurring along I-70. Now this is going from Avon all the way to Westvale, happening from Sunday to Thursday evening. Expect heavy delays and lane closures from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. I know I've tried to travel into Vail on Thursday nights to play hockey and had to give myself an extra 20 to 30 minutes to get through those lane closures. So just expect that every Sunday to Thursday evening. Remember, you can always check out ecalert.org for more information or download the Colorado Trip app from the Apple Store or Google Play Store. And thanks to Big O Tires for sponsoring this road report. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to check back in with Dan Smith from Vail Mountain Rescue.
Only the best. Lion's Head Jewelry Fossil and Mineral Gallery, voted top 50 designer jewelry retailer in the country by JCK in 2009, featuring the largest collection of fine, designer, traditional, and contemporary jewelry. Lion's Head Jewelers, the most unique collection of decorative art in the Vail Valley. Lion's Head Jewelers, museum quality collection of fossils, minerals, and meteorites dated 40 to 500 million years old. Lion's Head Jewelers, located in Lion's Head on the corner of the ice skating rink.
When freedom is threatened around the world, when floodwaters rise and wildfires rage, wherever the fight, whoever the enemy, when America needs her best, she sends a soldier. Do you have what it takes? Find out at goarmy.com/warriors.
All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and the kid in all of us. The Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
Here at PSI, we've been serving the Valley's plumbing, heating, and drain cleaning needs for over 18 years. We are expert technicians with the knowledge and training to provide prompt and professional maintenance and repair. Our fleet of vehicles are equipped with the most advanced technology and tools available today. PSI is committed to providing the best possible service and guarantee our work. Call us anytime, day or night. PSI is here for you 24/7, 365. We look forward to hearing from you.
The extraordinary is a promise only Beaver Creek can deliver. The extraordinary is filled with infinite ways to spend your time together, where thoughtful details create a place for you to truly belong. And one-of-a-kind experiences are shared together. Beaver Creek. Belong in the extraordinary.
Well, we got some great information on last week's missions that Vail Mountain Rescue just performed, but the big focus right now is the swiftwater rafting, kayaking in the river. So Dan Smith, we're back, Vail Mountain Rescue, to give us some tips on staying safe in swiftwater and the proper gear.
Well, the first tip is still with this water, if you're not as good as a guide or a guide, go with a guide.
Yep.
Because this is not easy water in many stretches of the rivers. There are flat stretches and you can go in them, but our rivers are all rock. There's not much sand. So the helmet there you really need. You need all three of these pieces of equipment and all the accoutrements attached to it to be safe. And you need that fourth piece of equipment right here, the working brain.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have that one, the other equipment is not going to do much good.
Yeah.
This is a PFD, or personal flotation device, aka life jacket. These are made for rivers. This one will float an old fat guy like me holding on to another person. So this got a lot of flotation in it, which is why I like it, even though I'm on the bank. The day I have to go in the water is going to be a really ugly day.
Yeah, something terrible has
no,
gone on.
absolutely terrible. And I have to really, this part has not to be working because I'm not that good. Attached to this is, first I keep a pair of gloves in here because I'm going to be pulling on a rope.
Yeah.
We have a whistle.
Very
works
important.
all the time because I can't hear you and you can't hear me near the water. So if I want to get eye contact with you, I can blow that whistle, you're going to turn and look at me. And the sort of the universal signal is this. If you do this, go something like that, you're asking, are you okay? And the person in the water goes, yeah, I'm okay. How could a person be in the water and be okay? They could have their feet trapped. Never, ever, ever put your feet down if you come out of the boat. If you come out of the boat, point your feet downstream, keep them up on the surface. If your feet go down, this little part of your foot known as the toes is going to get hooked on a rock. If the rivers are not hugely deep, there are many, many places you could stand or at least bob up and down and get a foot trapped. If you get a foot trap, the water's coming down on you and it's going to fold you like a jackknife. If you're lucky, good, and have the right equipment, you might have an air pocket in front of your face, or you might not. So the best thing is not let your feet go down, because there's several tricks we use to get you loose if your feet get entrapped, but we have to be there, and it's a long time before somebody's there.
Yeah.
So the PFD, whistle, a knife. This one's nice because it doesn't have a point. Knives with points are known to put holes in boats or holes in people.
Yeah.
That has a serrated blade. It'll go through rope, things like that. If you get your hand trapped, we've seen one young lady go from Edwards all the way to the ponds in Gypsum because her hand was trapped under the rope on the side of the raft. Well, if you've got a knife and another hand, cut the rope. It just comes in handy. The helmet we've talked about. The throw bag is how you help other people. You can stand on the bank or from a boat, flip the throw bag in front of the subject. Person will float down on the bag, grab onto the bag, it's attached to a rope. You belay it around yourself or around a tree or a rock, and the current just brings the person right into the bank. So this is the minimum. All outfitters are going to give you these. They're going to give you a dry suit as well, or at least a dry top, because this water is incredibly cold. It's in the high 30s maybe, but maybe low 40s. That's cold.
Very cold.
Just,
Yeah.
please don't stick your hand in the stream when it's flowing, but when you find a nice calm spot, put your hand in, and you'll find out how cold it is.
Well, thank you so much for the tips. Please stay safe, everybody out there. The swift water is nothing to be messed with. Like Dan said, the most important thing, if you're not a true expert, just go with a guide to keep yourself safe. And we're going to take a little break. When we come back, we're going to take another look at your local weather forecast.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Beaver Creek Resort.
Such a beautiful morning here at Beaver Creek. The lift will start turning at 9:30, but right now just blue skies. We got some birds out here chirping, and also just some of those dewdrops hanging on to most of the blades of grass. It's definitely a chilly start to the morning, so I'm really trying to spend as much time as I can in the sunshine. I'd urge you to do the same. You'll want to make sure you have some layers with you, because today we're only going to be seeing those highs in the upper 50s at the base of Vail Mountain, and also that's going to be very similar for Beaver Creek Mountain. They both have a very similar elevation, right around 8,100 feet. And we'll be seeing those temperatures on the mountain, by the way, in the low 50s. So if you are going to be coming out to do a hike or a bike ride, just keep in mind that those temperatures are going to be pretty cool, especially compared to what you find on the valley floor. So again, layers are a really good idea. You're going to want to have plenty of sunscreen as well. That's going to be really important. And not only for today, but also as we head into the next 5 days, we really aren't going to be seeing much more than a 10% chance of moisture until maybe sometime on Saturday, and those temperatures staying in the 60s. And you know, with sunshine and the forecast like this, it would be such a great time to sign your kids up for some of the camps that they have here at Beaver Creek. So they have day camps, they also have week-long camps, and they all kick off around 9 o'clock in the morning, and then they go until about 4:30. And you want to make sure that you book them at least 24 hours in advance online, so you can go to beavercreek.com to do that. But they have the coolest activities. This is something I was actually looking into for my niece who's coming in from Florida, but they have everything from horseback riding to rock climbing to arts and crafts for the younger kids, if you know that's maybe a little bit too much. But they really tailor the experience to your kids, and they have age appropriate activities and just a lot of fun. But something to also know is that they will not be doing it on the 4th of July. So the camps are not available for the 4th of July, but that's probably because there's so many other great activities for the entire family that are going to be taking place on the 4th of July. So if you haven't been here for that celebration before, oh my goodness, it is probably my favorite place to be. So beavercreek.com for more information about all of those things. And coming up, you know, being out here hiking, kind of working up an appetite. And from what I hear, something is taking place in the studio coming up after this that I've never seen before, I've never heard before. We're going to experience it together. Eric is going to be in the kitchen, so don't go anywhere.
Thanks a lot, Ashley. I am so excited this morning to debut one of my favorite breakfasts. I actually make this on every single off day. So I spent about 7 years growing up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and became really familiar with traditional Mexican breakfasts. And my favorite out of all of them is called huevos rancheros. That's essentially rancher-style eggs, to dumb that down. And it's a really, really basic, really healthy recipe. So the big thing, two things that you absolutely must have. One, a corn tortilla. I know a lot of restaurants here in Colorado utilize flour tortillas for huevos rancheros. If you see that on the menu, just leave. Get up and leave. It's got to be a corn tortilla. So we're going to fry this corn tortilla up really crispy, and we're going to cook some eggs and then top it off with cheese. And this is the second most important part, real green chili. You want to make sure your green chili is Hatch New Mexican green chili. It's the absolute best. This one from a restaurant in Albuquerque called El Pinto. You can find this at any of the grocery stores. This might be my favorite restaurant in the entire world down south in Albuquerque. But you want their green chili sauce, corn tortillas, fry it. We're going to get into that in the next segment. But those are the easy ingredients, just eggs and corn tortillas and green chili and cheese. You're in good shape. And now we're going to check in with my favorite local Mexican restaurant, El Sabor in Vail.
I'm here with Tegan Davis from the Eagle Valley Library District, and this summer you have a summer reading program, but why is it that you started this program?
So summer reading is meant to engage all ages, but especially children, because they will experience what they call the summer slide, which is a learning dip if they're not engaged during the summer. So we are hoping to engage the students and keep them up at their level so that when they start school, they start right where they left off.
I mean, so thoughtful of you. And then you have prizes on top of it. And so this is really for all ages, right?
It is. 0 through adults. You can sign up at your local library and earn prizes and hopefully enjoy reading during the summer. We also have special programs that you can come to and hopefully have a good time.
I mean, special programs, prizes, the fact that you get to read a little bit more. I mean, sign me up. And again, if you want more information, evld.org is a great website, so you can get all the details on the upcoming events. Don't miss it.
Christie Sports has 2 convenient bike shops in the Vail Valley, a new full-service shop in Westvale, and a rental shop on Bridge Street near Gondola 1. The experts at Christie Sports provide unmatched service and product knowledge, featuring mountain, bike path, and road bikes from Scott and Trek. Christie Sports has bike rentals for kids and adults, including free delivery. And expert mechanics guarantee 24-hour turnaround on basic tunes. When you need bikes in the Vail Valley, think Christie Sports.
Once you get your fill on the hill, located just steps from the skier bridge here at the base in Lions Head, you're going to find El Sabor Restaurant. El Sabor Restaurant is one of only a few restaurants here in the Vail area that offers truly ski-in and ski-out dining. They have grab-and-go burritos every morning for breakfast, unforgettable and affordable lunches, and an outstanding dinner menu. Let's head into the kitchen now and find out what the staff is serving up. Let's go. Mikey D, thanks for letting us come into the kitchen today at El Sabor.
You're welcome. Glad to have you.
So your menu is pretty unique, and you have some new offerings that you're incorporating. What are you going to make up today?
Today we're going to make our daily special, which is going to be catfish tacos.
Catfish tacos. What
Delicious.
a good idea. Sounds delish. Do you want to walk us through the process?
Sure can.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, here we go. So we start with some catfish fillets.
Okay.
We soak them in buttermilk. Then we have our flour mix: flour, salt, pepper, paprika, a little cayenne.
Okay.
Right? So once they've marinated, we're going to put them in the flour and just coat them nice. Once you have them coated, they go right to the fryer.
Okay.
Put our basket in.
Yep.
Take our fish, and you want to get it 1,000, 2, 1,000. This way it doesn't stick to the bottom.
Oh, got you. Now, these are thin fillets. They probably cook pretty fast, don't they?
They do. They'll be done in about 1.5 to 2 minutes.
Okay.
Right to the texture we want for tacos. And once they're done, we're going to hang them out, let them dry off for a minute. Now we're ready for tacos.
Okay, Mike, 1.5 minutes for the catfish in the fryer until they float.
That's correct.
Let them dry off, and now the final preparation in the plating.
We have some tortillas here that we kind of cooked, so they got a little bit of a bubble in them. It gives them a little crunch, but yet keeps them soft.
Okay.
We prefer to use corn tortillas. Then we're going to take habanero slaw and put that on the bottom. Take our pieces of fish, lay them in there nice and pretty. We're going to put some roja aioli on there.
What's the flavor behind the roja aioli?
So the roja is one of our sauces that we use for enchiladas. It's made from a guajillo chili. Then we're going to add some cotija cheese. Just a little bit. It's pretty pungent, so you only want to use a little.
Okay.
And finish with cilantro for color and flavor, freshness. And that, catfish taco.
Oh, that looks so good. I got to taste that right now.
All right, let's go eat them up.
Sounds good. Beautiful out here on the back patio, Mike. We're overlooking the skier bridge right next to Gore Creek, and the food looks great and smells even better. So these are the catfish tacos. What else did you bring out?
Well, we have a great burger menu. We do sandwiches every week from different regions of the country, and we do daily specials just like the catfish tacos, and we also feature handcrafted cocktails.
So Mike, these are made from scratch every day?
Every day.
So good. If people want to find out more about El Sabor, make a reservation, check it out, what would you recommend?
Visit the website, elsaborvail.com.
Okay.
Friend us on Facebook or follow us on Instagram.
I love it. Thanks for having us here today, bud.
My pleasure, Mark.
I love it. All right, once again, this is El Sabor in Lions Head, and this is the local dish.
This weather report is brought to you by the outlets at Silverthorne. 3 villages, hundreds of brands, one great Rocky Mountain location.
You're looking at a live shot from Arapahoe Basin, who has extended their season once again. So if you are still not done skiing and riding, well, not to worry. You can still head on over there with your Epic Pass for this season, or you can get a day pass if you want. And, you know, here at Beaver Creek, I have decided to take the Overlook Trail this morning because it's open for the first time since I've been up here. Last week it was not open yet, but I just want to show you part of why this trail is so cool. You get some of the best views of the village. Oh, hello, Beaver Creek down there, and you can see the Centennial Express gondola and chairlift. And as you can see from this point of view, we have quite a bit of blue sky, just a few high clouds in the forecast this morning, and it's really going to be a beautiful day to get outside, and also maybe a beautiful day to head on over to the outlets at Silverthorne. You're going to find them right at the same exit as you would get off for Arapahoe Basin, at exit 205, and they're open from 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. and we're going to be seeing those temperatures along the I-70 corridor in the 60s and 70s, down along the Front Range today in the 80s. And the sunshine is going to continue all week long, so it's finally really feeling like summer. And hey, if you need to update that summer wardrobe, you're in luck, because they have sales on top of sales going on right now. And if you're a fan of the Banana Republic outlet, they're doing an extra 50% off clearance. So that's basically like, I think that's pretty much like free on a lot of those items. So head on over. Again, they're open from 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. tonight. And man, what a gorgeous way to start off this Monday. I think the only way to make it better is probably by starting off with a really delicious breakfast. And Eric is cooking up a storm right now, so we're gonna head back in the kitchen with him after this.
You're a drifter? I thought you were Kevin's dad.
A little bit of both.
If you ride, you get it. Geico Motorcycle. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Summer adventure begins in Beaver Creek. Hike, bike, jeep, climb, and discover the natural beauty of Beaver Creek Resort. Take in the alpine backdrop while jumping to new heights on the bungee trampoline and mining for treasures with gem panning. There's something for the whole family. Visit beavercreek.com/activities for more information.
Let us put you in the spirits. Avon Liquor.
Hey guys, I'm looking for some amazing craft beer.
We got it.
Hi, I'm looking for the best wine selection in the Vail Valley.
That's us.
I'm looking for great customer service and an awesome rewards program.
They got it.
So if you want great customer service, an amazing shopping experience, and we'll even hop in the truck and deliver your goods, then stick with the locals' favorite. Come on down to Avon Liquor.
And let us put you in the spirits.
Hi everybody, I'm Mark Sassy. I'm a TV host for Good Morning Vail and TV8. And when I'm not talking about the outdoors, I'm in the middle of the outdoors. I spend my free time on the rivers fly fishing.
All right, so I kind of started prepping things a little bit during that last weather and break, and essentially right now I've got a corn tortilla frying in vegetable oil, and you want to be flipping this constantly just so it doesn't get overly burned, but you do want to make sure that your corn tortilla is nice and crispy. You want a solid crunch to that when it's done. The little trick that I like to use is you use a little bit of the leftover vegetable oil, keep it in the pan, and then when you start cooking your eggs are going to be much easier to scoop and flip. So the ideal eggs for huevos rancheros are over medium to over easy. You want a little bit of that yolk to run out and be absorbed by that corn tortilla to make it nice and soft. And then some ingredients that I haven't added to this one because I wanted to keep it a little healthier. Typically you would do refried beans, stir a little bit of fresh green chili and cheese in the refried beans to add a little bit of spice to them, and then some lettuce on the side as well. But for this huevos, we're just doing corn tortillas. Oh, it's frying up really nicely now. I can see those golden brown edges picking up on the side. Yeah, that's how you know we're getting close to being done there, when it starts getting a little golden brown. I'm going to keep that thing going, maybe turn up the heat a little bit. I've got some sausage going. Typically, traditional huevos rancheros, you don't have any meat accoutrements. You don't really have a protein, but I wanted to bring some protein into this and add some sausage to it, just to really spice up the flavor of the huevos rancheros. So this corn tortilla is going to keep kind of frying here. And then again, when we get to the eggs, it's really important to flip them at the right time. And once you flip them the first time, that's when you're going to want to sprinkle the cheese on top of them and allow that bottom part to cook. And you'll know it's done right when the cheese gets a little bit melty, because we're going to heat up the green chili. And when we put the green chili on top, that's going to fully melt the cheese and kind of douse the egg and the corn tortilla and the cheese and green chili. So it really becomes the overwhelming flavor. And then the egg and the base corn tortilla are sort of the additional underlying flavors. But this dish is really all about the green chili. And then the egg, oh yeah, look at that guy. That corn tortilla is coming out absolutely perfect. I'm going to go a couple more seconds on this side. And then I'm going to add the eggs into the pan. And as we go through the weathers through the rest of the show, I'm going to keep showing you guys how to continue to cook huevos. So for now, we're getting this corn tortilla perfectly cooked. We're going to take a little bit of a break. When we come back, we're going to continue our fun with Ashley on Epic Morning Adventures. And I'm going to keep cooking for you guys. You're not going to want to miss this final dish.
Engel & Volkers is committed to providing the highest level of service to buyers and sellers in the Vail Valley. With decades of experience marketing Vail Valley properties, we are backed by a global company with over 800 offices and 10,000 agents worldwide. This extensive international network offers unparalleled national and international exposure for our most exclusive listings. To learn more, stop by our Vail Village or Beaver Creek offices and meet with one of our exceptional advisors.
We are here to engage our member communities and tell them about our programs that we have at Holy Cross, with an emphasis on renewable energy and some of the other energy efficiency programs that we have at Holy Cross. What we've decided to do is provide members a free brat and a free beer. We're going to be doing events at each of our member communities. So in both valleys that we serve, and we encourage you to come, grab a beer, grab a brat, ask a couple questions. So 3 things. We're cleaning up our power supply. We're going to be providing you new opportunities to use electricity in a more environmental and cost-effective way. And we're going to be building up our grid to accommodate all these new demands and also be more resilient, more secure, and frankly, more flexible to meet the challenges that we face going on. We have always, for the last 80 years, strived to provide safe, affordable, and reliable electricity. And none of this new stuff that we're going to do is taken away from that. If anything, it's going to make it better. It's going to make it easier to do so. But we're also going to do it in a way which is more cost-effective, a way that is more sustainable, and frankly, a way that gives you more opportunity. Our goal is to put the power in your hands.
This weather report is brought to you by TV8, streaming live on Facebook. Follow TV8 Vail for mountain reports, event coverage, live interviews, and more.
Continuing my cooking adventures here in the kitchen, I finished up the corn tortilla. I'm now getting the eggs cooked up to that nice over medium. And while I finish up these eggs, because they should be done by the time I'm done with this weather, let's take a look at your daily forecast for your Monday. Summer finally in session again here in the valley. Temperature is very comfortable, a high of 58 degrees, but since we're going to have so much sunshine, I think it's going to feel closer to 65 to 70 in the sunshine. That sunset tonight coming right around 8:40 p.m., so plenty of time to get the dog walked. Overnight lows of around 37 degrees. Very comfortable this evening. Great sleeping weather. We're going to pan our view out, take a peek at the I-70 corridor if you are traveling between Denver and Eagle. I-70 corridor. Oh, that one didn't want to load. The little weather computer's cranky. We're going to move on to the 5-day forecast. I-70 corridor, though, Denver is around the 70s and 60s here in the mountains. Looking ahead to the next 5 days, though, very comfortable conditions. As I said, summer is finally upon us here in the mountains. Temperatures perking up to the upper 60s by the end of the week. I would just love it if the weather stayed at that upper 60s to lower 70s all summer long. It's warm, it's not too hot, it's wonderful mountain weather. And now, there's my eggs. It's got the cheese on them. We're going to plate these guys. And when I come back, I'm going to have perfect huevos rancheros for you. But first, let's take a peek at the Avon Rec Center.
The Avon Recreation Center is truly a community center for not just a hub for the community and the locals that live here, but most definitely for our visitors that come to the valley. The Avon Recreation Center is centrally located truly in the heart of the valley. It's in the middle of Avon in its core next to picturesque Harry A. Nottingham Park. It's a 40,000 square foot full service recreation and leisure facility that we are, I must say, quite proud of. I really take a lot of pleasure seeing visitors and our locals come in the door. Generally their first reaction is, wow, what a great facility. And once greeted by the front desk, feel very welcomed and ready to enjoy the day at the Avon Recreation Center.
Hello. Hi. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing good, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
The Avon Recreation Center is truly a full-service recreation center. We have a 40,000 square foot aquatics facility that features a 5-lane lap pool with dive well, leisure pool with small kiddie slide, lazy river, and 140-foot large water slide. We also have a 33,000-gallon leisure jacuzzi, steam room, and sauna for your relaxation. We also offer a full-service fitness facility upstairs that includes full line of cardio equipment, free weights. Our line of free weights and dumbbells goes up to 120 pounds, which I believe is the heaviest in the valley.
Come on.
Some of our recent upgrades include our new bouldering wall that's behind us. It's been a great addition to the rec center. Our state-of-the-art fitness equipment can satisfy any level of athlete up through and including an elite athlete. Summer is truly the place to be in Avon. Our addition of the beach and sand volleyball courts on the north side of the lake has become a real hot spot in the valley. It's just a great place to come down and bring the entire family. When summer comes to an end and the kids go back to school, we're ready for them with our after-school program. One of our main objectives here at the Avon Recreation Center, and something that we are very proud about, is our community Learn to Swim program. We offer swim lessons for all ages and ability levels, right up through kids swim team and a USA traveling competitive swim team.
All right, 425. Go.
Public recreation truly is the fabric of any community. I've seen lives changed by, in particular, young people that come and join our programs. People of lesser means are welcome and able to come to the Recreation Center and engage in activities that are truly life-changing, and we're really happy and proud to be a part of that. We see families come in and spend an entire day enjoying the pool, enjoying a workout, and our offerings outside. We would love to see you and your family here at the Avon Recreation Center. For more information, please contact the front desk at the Avon Recreation Center. That's 970-748-4060, or visit us on our website, www.avon.org.
Epic Morning is brought to you by Good Morning Vail. Streaming live on Facebook. Follow TV8 Vail for mountain reports, event coverage, live interviews, and more.
Hey, good morning from the Overlook Trail here at Beaver Creek. I love this trail, especially if you're interested in getting a really good workout. You want to get the lungs pumping, get a little bit of a sweat going first thing in the morning. This is a great trail to do that on because it gains quite a bit of elevation very quickly. Now, something else that I wanted to talk about this morning is why I choose not to wear any headphones or listen to music or anything while I'm out hiking. Now, this is something that when I moved to Colorado 15 years ago, I certainly wasn't familiar with hiking because I was from Florida. We didn't hike there. Anyway, really the main reason why I make sure that I'm just kind of paying attention to my surroundings at all times is because I've had so many encounters with wildlife over the last 15 years. And one of them took place last summer right here on the Overlook Trail. There was a bear that ended up just kind of, he cruised out just down here, kind of just a little ways, and he cruised out into the middle of this run. This was around dusk, so of course early morning, late afternoon, they typically are pretty active, but he hung out right here in the middle of the run and just for probably like 20 minutes, and he was so cute. He was just kind of hanging out and like scratching his ears and his back paws and just enjoying the scenery. But there were so many people that were on this trail that had their headphones in, completely missed it, totally missed it. I've never seen a bear that hung out in one place for that long, and it was so fascinating to watch. And usually they're more scared of you than you are of them. And it was just one of those experiences that I was so glad that I had an opportunity to see. And I was also really glad that I didn't, spook him or, come up too close to him. But there were so many people that missed it because of having those headphones in, and they were just in a totally different world. So anyway, that's why I choose to just really let it all soak in when I'm out and about on these trails. But we're gonna have another look at that local weather forecast. I got to tell you, it's a perfect day to get out for a hike.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We're for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% off on over 50 of the best designer brands as you stroll through our 3 beautiful shopping villages.
Part of travel is the journey, and it's not only about where you're going, but how you get to your destination. With over 35 years of experience, Epic Mountain Express is the best way to begin your trip to the Rockies. Enjoy complimentary Wi-Fi and relax in the comfort of our shuttles and SUVs. With service out of Denver International and Eagle County Airport, trust our professional drivers to get you there in confidence and comfort. Start off your trip right with Epic Mountain Express.
Welcome to Boone's Wine and Spirits, where we're buying big, selling low, and having fun. This store offers the largest selection of beer, wine, and spirits. Alongside 42 cooler doors, this wide array of choices is accompanied by a knowledgeable staff and 5 in-house sommeliers. You are sure to find something that you cannot live without, or something you just have to try. Come on by, say hello, we hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Dan Talene, owner of Carrots Jewelers, located on East Meadow Drive in Vail Village. I've been a custom jeweler in Vail for more than 38 years. At Carrots, our passion is designing exclusive custom jewelry that features one-of-a-kind designs. Stop in and visit Carrots, a working studio gallery of fine art jewelry. To learn more about our custom designs, call 970-476-4760 or visit our website, carrotsvale.com.
This weather report is brought to you by Supergoop, the official sunscreen of Vail Resorts. Enjoy the day, but first, sunscreen.
In Glenwood Springs, a cool little water park that they've got there. Look at that guy shredding. It's like he's in Costa Rica, but he's actually in Colorado. Colorica, Glenwood Springs there. Man, he's ripping. That's so cool. All right, that's some cold water. You know what he could use when he gets out of that water? A little Huevos Rancheros. Yeah, can't wait to show you guys the completed products once we get in the open. You could also use some Super Goop, you know, just on that face so you don't get sunburned. First, let's take a peek at the weather today. Going to be as high as 58 degrees, starting off a little cool, 37 degrees. But when you're in a fresh sunshine, it's probably going to feel like 65, 70. It's going to be a perfect day to get out and hike. This evening, low of around 37 degrees this evening. Sunset right about 8:40 p.m. Plenty of daylight to get those pups out and walk. Now, before I get into the 5-day forecast, let's see if we can pick up on some national trends. The first one, the only one to focus on, this high pressure system hanging out over Colorado. That's because the jet stream just not impacting us. So that means that high pressure system can hang out with us. Just stay for a little while. Go rent a hotel room up in Beaver Creek and hang out, Mr. High Pressure System. So look at how gorgeous the weather is going to be. A high of 68 on Thursday. No significant chance of precipitation. Just absolutely amazing summers. And thanks to Super Goop for sponsoring this weather. As we are seeing significant sunshine, it is time for more Super Goop. And we come back, we've got a full other hour of Good Morning Vail.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Voila! Here we are, huevos rancheros, my favorite breakfast. Again, I eat this every day that I'm not working at the station when I got a little bit of extra time in the kitchen. And that green chili just dominates the plate. We've got perfectly over medium eggs. When I cut into these, that yolk is going to soak into the corn tortilla, and a little bit of sausage. Add some protein into your breakfast. This is really healthy, really simple, really delightful to make. And I'm going to just do a little cut into the eggs. Look at that yolk just explode out of those. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so good. I'm so excited for everybody here at the station to check out this breakfast that I have made. But we're going to put this guy down for the moment. I don't want to eat on camera. I don't think you guys want to hear me chewing either. But we got a great week of fun activities in store for you here in Vail. Plenty of fun things going on. The weather is going to be absolutely gorgeous. And today is the first kickoff of the Avon Dunkin' Dash. So this is an event that goes every Monday, 6 to 8 p.m. through July 29th. And it's actually 2 laps around Lake Nottingham, and then you follow that with a 5K. So that's it's 800 yards of swimming followed up by a 5K run. This is, whew, holy cow. There's some incredible athletes. Actually, a lot of the athletes train for triathlons utilizing this event. And then secondarily, tomorrow evening is the start of Hot Summer Nights in Vail. Doors at Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater open at 5:30. And this is a free concert. And tomorrow night, maybe the best of the season, it's the Wailers. If you're into reggae, if you love Bob Marley, you're going to want to head over to Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. It's just about a 5-minute walk east of the Vail Village parking structure. Again, doors at 5:30, concert starts at 6:30. Totally free. Why wouldn't you go? Hot Summer Nights here in Vail. And Ashley, you're live in Beaver Creek. It's looking gorgeous out there. Make me jealous. What do you got for me on camera?
Oh, just you wait, Eric. Well, listen, I'm kind of taking my time on the Overlook Trail this morning. It's the first time it's been open since I've been doing Epic Morning up here for the summer. And this trail, whoo, talk about a good workout. It gets you breathing, gets you sweating pretty good. So anyway, I wanted to stop right here though, because right across the way, over on this hillside, right over here, this is where the elk cabin closure is taking place until July 1st. And so basically the western portion of the mountain, that's really all of the trails, President Ford's and anywhere under the Strawberry Park Express lift, those are all closed. And the reason is because the elk they migrate through this area and they have their babies, but what they do in order to have their babies is they separate from the pack and then they have them, and then it takes them about 5 days before they have enough strength to actually regain the rest of their family and the rest of their pack. And so you want to make sure that the elk have plenty of space and plenty of opportunity to have their babies in peace, not be disturbed by hikers or bikers. And so that way our elk population for next season is going to be nice and healthy. And it's not just in Beaver Creek where these elk calving closures are in place. Also, the entirety of the back bowls of Vail, same thing. So just be aware, I mean, we only have really one more week of these closures, so there's plenty of other places to explore, like the Overlook Trail, that can get you out and having an epic morning, just like I am this morning. Now, coming up on the second hour of this Monday edition of Good Morning Vail, we have great things in store for you. First of all, beautiful properties. Like if you want to have views like this each and every day of the summertime, Engel and Volkers will be in the studio. We also have Claire Noble from the Vail Symposium. There's some really exciting things to get your brain just pondering maybe some new topics. And then we also have, of course, Eric finishing his breakfast in the studio, Huevos Rancheros. I'm excited to see the finished product. I have more epic morning adventures here from Beaver Creek. We have a look at your weather. Whew, it's a lot for a Monday morning, but we're so glad that you're joining us. So stay with us and we'll let you know what's in store for your weather coming up next.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We're for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% off on over 50 of the best designer brands as you stroll through our 3 beautiful shopping villages.
The extraordinary is a promise only Beaver Creek can deliver. The extraordinary is filled with infinite ways to spend your time together, where thoughtful details create a place for you to truly belong. And one-of-a-kind experiences are shared together. Beaver Creek. Belong in the extraordinary.
Only the best. Lion's Head Jewelry Fossil and Mineral Gallery, voted top 50 designer jewelry retailer in the country by JCK in 2009, featuring the largest collection of fine, designer, traditional, and contemporary jewelry. Lion's Head Jewelers, the most unique collection of decorative art in the Vail Valley. Lion's Head Jewelers, museum quality collection of fossils, minerals, and meteorites dated 40 to 500 million years old. Lion's Head Jewelers, located in Lion's Head on the corner of the ice skating rink.
There's something fresh going on at the Coyote Cafe. Sip an all-natural margarita and share some Coyote nachos. Really hungry? Jump into these fresh sizzling fajitas or one of our classically prepared Mexican dishes. Try our fresh, never frozen half-pound burger, classic blue cheese, or go ahead and throw a little bacon on there. Not enough? You gotta try the signature Chili 14, 7 fresh peppers and 7 dried chilies combined to blow your mind. Freshen things up at the Coyote Cafe, Beaver Creek's first restaurant and bar.
Have you ever felt rug love? Shop at Rugs Benedict and find the rug you love for any room in your home. Our selection of imported, handmade rugs is unmatched, with over 1,000 beautiful area rugs in stock. You can find rugs to fit any room at any budget. Rugs Benedict in Avon has been serving the Vail Valley since 1972. Finding beautiful new area rugs has never been this easy and affordable. Because at Rugs Benedict, we know rugs. This weather report is brought to you by Triumph Mountain Properties, luxury vacation rentals and residential property management in the Vail Valley.
Oh, I've been sneaking some bites of my Huevos Rancheros here during the little breaks. Gosh, I love green chili. I'm obsessed with Southwestern food and green chili. I don't know. I guess it's not a bad thing, but definitely make this dish. if you got some spare time this week. And looking at the forecast for the day, starting off around 37 degrees at 8 a.m. Temperatures are going to climb to 58 degrees by noon, but the sunshine is going to be so bright and intense. I feel like it's going to feel a little closer to 70 degrees than 58 degrees. And overnight lows right around 37 today, sunset 8:38 p.m., mostly clear skies throughout the day and evening. Now, before we get into the 5-day forecast, let's take a quick look at the national map, figure out what sort of weather trends we should expect to be occurring in our valley. And the big thing to look at is this high pressure system. Now, there's no significant moisture to the Pacific Northwest, a little bit up here, kind of in the Idaho-Montana area, but nothing that looks like it's going to swing into us, especially considering the jet stream fairly hollow over Colorado right now. We've just got a big pocket of open air in the jet stream. That means that high pressure system can really just stay on top of us for the next few days. No significant moisture, very warm conditions, temperatures getting as high as 68 degrees on Thursday with just prominent sunshine throughout the course of the week. We finally made it through that last little gasp of winter, and now we are truly in the summer season. Thanks to Triumph Mountain Properties for sponsoring this weather. Now we're going to check in with Ashley Prill on an epic morning adventure.
Epic Morning is brought to you by Christie Sports Local Bike Shop with the Valley's newest full-service bike shop in Westvale and rental bikes available in Vale Village.
Hey, thank you, Eric, and thank you very much, Christie Sports, for always just being so incredibly supportive of us getting outside each and every day here on Good Morning Vale. Now, this morning, I'm hiking the Overlook Trail here at Beaver Creek, and one of the things you're going to find on the Overlook Trail that you won't necessarily find on a lot of the other hiking trails is things like this. See these little stairs that are built in? Now, you know that the incline is intense if stairs have to be built into the trail, but you know, these things don't necessarily build themselves, but the people who build them happen to be ski patrol members in the wintertime, and then there's a few that are here full-time in the summertime that are helping to maintain the trails and make them a little bit easier to access. Now, a couple things that I always have with me while I'm out hiking. First of all, it's sunglasses, which I got at Christie Sports. Also, you know, I like to keep a hat just because I'm so fair-skinned that if I'm not careful, I can burn my scalp pretty easily. And also a waterproof layer. So that's my little Helly Hansen guy here. And then, of course, I always like to bring plenty of water. This is kind of like the minimum of the amount of water that I bring. And then I like to have my summer trail maps, which I got down right at the base of Beaver Creek. These are totally free. There's all kinds of great information in here. And so with the Overlook Trail, as long as you have your map, you can kind of see how you can connect it. And one of the things I love to do, especially on sunny days like today, is to make like a big hiking adventure. And on the Overlook Trail, you can hike all the way up to Spruce Saddle, have some lunch up there, and then take the gondola back down. So if you are looking for a great way to get an incredible workout in and then reward yourself with a delicious lunch and some spectacular views, I would highly recommend the Overlook Trail for that reason. Or if you want just like a mini challenge, I'll tell you how to do that coming up as well. But right now we have some really important information about staying safe in the case of wildfires. It's something we have to be really careful about here in the mountains, so definitely stay with us and pay attention to this next segment.
Cabins Adventure Park. Take a ride on the tram all the way to the Rocky Mountain top. It's awesome! Swing over the canyon, you'll swear you're gonna drop. Thrills, adventure, family fun. Get here just as fast as your car will run. Tons of fun here waiting for you at Glenwood Cabins Adventure Park. It's awesome!
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the the looks that let you shine. We're for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% off on over 50 of the best designer brands as you stroll through our 3 beautiful shopping villages.
Beaver Creek's first and only family-owned restaurant, Coyote Cafe, has become a staple in the village over the last 30 years for its laid-back atmosphere, fresh Mexican cuisine, and delicious scratch-made cocktails. Fuel your days on the slopes with inventive tacos from our new taqueria menu, signature fajita dishes, tasty kids items, and more. Join us for lunch, dinner, and après specials. 7 days a week. Call ahead for reservations.
Vail's most talented architects, builders, and interior design firms are creating some of the most spectacular homes in America. And our cameras will take you inside these homes and introduce you to Vail's most respected real estate companies specializing in high-end properties. Watch the Vail Home Show each day right here on Vail's TV8 or online. And remember, you can catch this show on the web anytime at vailhomeshow.com.
This is a public service announcement for the Town of Vail regarding town evacuation policies in the case of an emergency.
Residents, this is a fire evacuation. Please leave your homes now.
Effective immediately, emergency officials have issued an evacuation order for all persons. If you are displaced by the evacuation,
When you are alerted of an evacuation, don't panic. If you are on Vail Mountain, you should remain in a Vail Mountain facility. Vail Resort Security is responsible for organizing shelter in mountain buildings or moving people to a safe location. Evacuation by public transportation. Respond to the nearest bus stop. Citizens will then be transported to an evacuation center. Citizens who self-evacuate should indicate they have vacated their residence by displaying a large white object inside their home. They should also turn on the porch light. Bring your pets so they will be taken care of. Safe zone. If residents are unable to evacuate in a wildfire, they should go to a pre-planned safe zone, such as a large field that is clear of brush and far away from trees. West Vail Mall, parking structures, Ford Park Fields, Vail Mountain School Fields, Bighorn Park. Self-evacuation by vehicle. Exit the area or neighborhood in the safest direction. Respond to the predetermined evacuation center, such as the Village Transportation Center. If you or a loved one are functional and access needs and will need a little extra help, you should pre-identify a network of neighbors to help provide the necessary assistance. If they are not able to assist, please call 911 to reach the Vail Police Department or Eagle County Paramedic Services so they can transport you appropriately.
In the event of an emergency evacuation, please follow these simple steps that have been laid out. Have a family and personal plan. It's our goal to ensure that everyone is out of harm's way, both our citizens and guests. Please sign up for ecalert.org for important text messages. For additional information on evacuation plans, please visit vailgov.com or eaglecounty.us. Thank you.
This weather and mountain report is brought to you by Oakley, the official eyewear, goggle, and helmet sponsor of Vail Resorts.
Hello, snow. That's a shot from the top of patrol headquarters at Beaver Creek around the Red Buffalo area. Now that's at the top of Beaver Creek, still significant snow there, but as we've been checking in with Ashley Prill on Epic Morning Adventures, you're seeing that the lower portion of Beaver Creek perfectly gorgeous and dry for hiking. So you can make your way up the Overlook Trail on Beaver Creek to about Spruce Saddle, but as soon as you get there, there's going to be too much snow like we just saw at patrol headquarters at the top of Red Buffalo. And keep in mind the construction going on Strawberry Park on Beaver Creek, as well as the elk calving closures on the western edges of Bachelor Gulch and Larkspur area. But so much great hiking on Beaver Creek. And as we look at the weather today, absolutely perfect hiking weather. I know as soon as this show is over, I'm going to take my dog Minnie on a really long hike. It's going to be great. Celebrate some sunshine. High of around 58 degrees today. A little cool breeze going on right now on our back patio, but very warm out. And looking at the overnight lows of about 37 degrees this evening. Sun setting just about 8:40 p.m. Plenty of daylight to be able to have some fun out there in our summer sun. And thanks to Oakley for sponsoring this weather, the official eyewear, helmet, and goggle sponsor of Vail Resorts. It's a great day for Oakley Prism sunglasses. Let me tell you that. I got a pair of Holbrooks myself. Now we're going to check in with Ashley Prill for a book report.
The book report is brought to you by the Eagle Valley Library District. Read, learn, grow.
Hey, thanks, Eric. And you know, if you couldn't tell just by Eric's plans later to hike with Minnie, and clearly I'm out on a hike here at Beaver Creek. We love to get outside here at TV8 Vail, but you know, we also know that it's not necessarily for everyone hiking, right? A lot of you are probably like, yeah, no, nope, not for me. And there's some really great ways that you can get out and explore some of the most beautiful places in Colorado. They're so beautiful, in fact, that they have been made into state parks. And did you know that at our local libraries, you can check out an adventure pack, if you will, that will allow you 7 days of access to our Colorado state parks. And so it gives you free entry to those Colorado state parks. There's over 40 of them. Now keep in mind, this isn't national parks. It's not Rocky Mountain National Park, but places like Rifle Falls. That's on my list for this summer. Sylvan Lake is not open for this summer, but they are anticipating it will be open next summer after they get done with some construction over there. But along with this pack and the pass to the parks, you also get some binoculars. They give you some great information about just the local flora and fauna, so you can learn about the environment that you're in. And it's all totally free. And even if you don't live here, you can check this thing out. All you need to do is go in with a picture ID, get yourself a library card, and it's completely free. So check that out. All right, we have more headed your way on this beautiful Monday here in the Rockies.
Lion's Head Jewelers. A mainstay of Lion's Head Village for more than a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery is home to the largest selection of one-of-a-kind designer jewelry in the Vail Valley. Come see our breathtaking array of museum-quality fossils, meteorites, and collectible minerals. Explore Lion's Head Jewelers. Spend an afternoon with us. You'll come in as a customer and leave as a friend.
Oh, no. For all your vehicle's big oh no's, oh no, there's always a big oh yes, like getting the best deals on high-quality tires and automotive service. This week only buy 3, get 1 free on select sets of 4 tires and all fluid exchange services. Visit BigOTires.com for details. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Find your new floor today. We can install it right away. Our full-time staff of professionals will install your new floor to the highest quality standards. Your new floor comes with a lifetime installation guarantee. With over 150 choices of beautiful hardwood floors and luxurious carpet in stock now, you'll find the perfect new floor for your home. Because at Rugs Benedict, we know floors.
Beaver Creek's first and only family-owned restaurant, Coyote Cafe, has become a staple in the village over the last 30 years for its laid-back atmosphere, fresh Mexican cuisine, and delicious scratch-made cocktails. Fuel your days on the slopes with inventive tacos from our new taqueria menu, signature fajita dishes, tasty kids items, and more. Join us for lunch, dinner, and après specials. 7 days a week. Call ahead for reservations.
So it's Monday. It's a brand new week here in the Vail Valley, and you know, we have such an amazing lineup of activities. So let's help you win your week while you're here. Now today, with all the sunshine, especially after the snow this weekend, I say win your day by getting out for a good hike. Now tomorrow, oh my goodness, if you have never done this before, Hot Summer Nights returns to the Gerald Ford Amphitheater. And this is a place that, to me, it rivals Red Rocks because you get to be outside, you get to see the sunset over Vail Mountain. You are right next to the Betty Ford Alpine Gardens. It's an absolutely stunning setting. And then on top of that, free live music on Tuesday nights. And tomorrow night, it happens to be the Whalers. So listen to a little reggae and, you know, bring out a picnic blanket and set it up on the grass. The show starts at 6:30, but the doors open at 5:30. So if you do want a picnic spot, make sure to get there at 5:30. Now, something else that might involve a little bit of a blanket, if you will, or a yoga mat, is every Wednesday, starting this week here at Beaver Creek, they do free yoga on the Centennial Lawn. So that's just right at the base of the mountain. Absolutely incredible scenery, and again, it's totally free, and you get to experience yoga here in the mountains with some really, really good instructors. And again, it's totally free. You guys, free activities. We're gonna help save your budget, and then also help you have the most epic week possible. Now, Eric, I have done my duties with letting people know what they can do the first part of the week, but I know you and your weekends. You tend to have the most epic ends of the week. So tell everybody what they can do on Thursday and Friday.
Ashley, that's right. So Thursday night, it's Western time here in the Valley as we have our weekly rodeo in the town of Avon. Now, it all starts at the base of Beaver Creek right around 2:30. 2:30 to 4:30 is the Gold Dust Rodeo celebration. Then you take a shuttle from Beaver Creek to the town of Avon, where you've got a classic rodeo. It's got your bronc riding, your bull riding, your little kid mutton busting, and little kid burro racing. It's an absolute blast. I love the rodeo. Rodeo's going on almost every Thursday throughout the summer. They take a break for July 4th, but then after that, it's every single Thursday. Well, there's also another break at the end of July for the Eagle County Rodeo, when there's already a rodeo. And then on Friday, this is where things really get crazy. It's called Friday Afternoon Club. It's the top of the Eagle Bond Gondola in Vail. Totally free event. You do need a pass to ride up the gondola though, but everything up there is absolutely free. Free music, free games. They've got horseshoes, they've got shuffleboard, they've got some volleyball going on up there. Amazing time. I love Friday Afternoon Club. My favorite part is that the gondola is open until 9 o'clock to allow for dinner at Bistro 14 restaurant. But what that means for you is that you can get an incredible sunset right over the Holy Cross Mountain Wilderness Range at the Simonton Observation Deck or the Wedding Deck if you want to go on a little bit of a longer hike. So if you are more interested in scenic views, the Friday Afternoon Club is the perfect place to get the absolute best sunset in the valley. And that's your week. You can do something every single day. If you stick with us here on TV8 Good Morning Vail, we'll make sure you're maximizing your fun here in our valley. And we're going to take a short break and then check in with Ashley and a look at our local weather.
This weather report is brought to you by Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park. Elevate your adventure this summer at America's only mountaintop theme park.
Oh, Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park. What a cool opportunity to get out and to really experience the top of the world over in Glenwood and then have some incredible rides on top of it. So that's gonna be a great time for your entire family, especially this week because of how much sunshine we have in the forecast. Now, if you were all here over the weekend, you know We had snow in the forecast, and I must tell you, I'm really impressed with how dry the trails are. Now, we're going to be seeing those temperatures today getting into the upper 50s and low 60s, depending on where you are in the valley. And we are looking at really just nothing but sunshine. And you're going to want to make sure you put on at least an SPF 30 or above. And it's just so easy to get distracted by the beauty of this area. So just slather it on and probably reapply too. Now tonight, our sunset well past 8:30 p.m. and our overnight lows will be in the upper 30s. So it's going to be chilly, so you want to make sure you have not only a layer for this morning if you're getting out, especially in the shade, but then you're also going to want to make sure you have that layer this evening along with you. But it's just a beautiful time to be here. And I just wanted to show you something on the trails here at Beaver Creek. So there's a lot of roots, as you can see, just like right here. And the trails are damp, but as you can see from my hiking boots here, there's really not a whole lot of moisture that's creeped up any further on my toes than just the rubber soles. But because of the roots and because of, just the dampness, you're going to want to make sure you have a good pair of hiking boots before you come on out. And good ankle support is always a good idea too. Now coming up, we have been talking a lot about some really great adventures that are all physical and a lot of fun for the entire family. But if you'd like to maybe have a little adventure for your brain, maybe you want to learn a little something new and have some different thoughts provoked, the Vail Symposium is the best at doing that, and they have a great event that's coming up. So we're going to learn more about that right after this. So stay with us here on this beautiful Monday.
The world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate, available only on the next generation GMC Sierra.
49 degrees, 365 days a year. This is the wine cellar at Beaver Liquors. I've got David Courtney, the owner. Thanks for taking us downstairs today and showing us this amazing space. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so this space is actually 15 feet underground, and it's about 3,000 square feet. So when we're pumping, we have 1,700 different wines, but typically between 1,300 and 1,500 from everywhere that you can imagine. So the nice thing about this being underground is it stays temperate. So like you just said, hey, we're right now when we're filming this, we're at the end of January, beginning of February. It's about 49 or 50, but it never goes above 56 or 57 down here, which is extremely important for fine wines.
And you did say that what kills that wine is that dramatic heat to cold to heat to cold, but if you can keep it constant, it's going to make the wine last that much longer.
Yeah, the fluctuation is the wine killer. Long ago, when I first came to the store, we actually challenged people to buy wine from my store and buy wine from another store, and I guaranteed my wine tasted better just because of the way we stored it.
Wow. So your selection down here, you had mentioned earlier on in the interview, on a busy time, about 1,700 different offerings. From all over the world, is that what we're looking at? Do you have a focus? Like, what's hot right now for wine?
So what's hot right now, there's a few categories. So Portugal right now, believe it or not, is what I've been saying is the Malbec of 15 years ago. So Portuguese red still wines, everybody thinks of port and sweet. These wines are not like that. Okay. You can get a $12 bottle of Portuguese wine that kills it. And then, so right now we're looking at the 2016 vintage in the Rhone, so Chateauneuf de Pape and Côte de Rhônes, those are a little bit on the higher end, but that's what's pumping right now, Mark.
I love it. David, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
You might want to make it down here to the wine cellar at Beaver Liquors in Avon, or check out their website, beaverliquors.com. We'll be right back.
Well, the Vail Symposium is always putting on very intriguing topical discussions. And this week they've got two special events going on. We've got Claire Noble from the Vail Symposium. Thanks for joining us, Claire.
Good morning, Eric. It's great to be here. We have two programs this week, which is a little unusual for us. We usually do one a week, but tonight's very special. It's a collaboration with Bravo Vail, and we're talking opera tonight because this summer Bravo Vail is bringing opera to the Ford Amphitheater. That'll be happening the second week of July. It's Tosca with the Philadelphia Symphony Orchestra. They're bringing in two large choirs as well as special soloists for this event. It's going to be spectacular, and one of the ways we hope people to get kind of prepared for this is come see Robert Marks this evening. He's an opera expert, and he'll be in conversation with Anne-Marie McDermott, who is Bravo's artistic director.
Okay. So become an expert of opera tonight and then look forward to the show later on this summer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's tonight at the Vail Chapel. Doors open at 5:30. The program gets underway at 6 o'clock.
And tickets at the door?
You can, but you can also go to vailsymposium.org to get your tickets.
Okay, perfect. Then the big event that you're just putting on later on this week, really interesting topic this week.
It is. We are bringing in Andrew Wilson. He's the executive director for the Center for International Private Enterprise. And so it's a geopolitical topic, but it's looking at it from the money end. And so it's about corrosive capital, which is the exact opposite of constructive capital. Constructive capital, you're going in, you're building infrastructure or things people need. Corrosive capital is capital that serves you. And so there are adversarial countries in the world that put capital into countries, especially fledgling democracies. And they do things like buy controlling stakes in the media, in energy companies, and believe it or not, in sports teams, all to influence public opinion on their behalf, and also to undermine the rule of law. You really can't have a vibrant democracy if you don't have the rule of law.
Yeah, especially if it's, like you said, a fledgling democracy where people don't necessarily understand what to expect coming out of it. It can be easily corrupted because their idea of it is just what these people ceding it to them is instead of the natural form of democracy.
Right, and when we started looking into this, I wondered, well, wait, where were we? Where's the United States in all of this? And so the first speaker is Svet Derderian. He's actually Bulgarian. He came here as a teenager to go to school, and he now teaches at CU. And so he's going to talk about the 90s and early 2000s and what the United States and Western donors were doing in particular in Eastern Europe. And so they were going in using money to try to build up civic society organizations. These are like grassroots democracy organizations. So we were in there. And then you kind of wonder, well, what happened? Well, for many of these countries, the EU happened. So many of them started joining the EU in the early 2000s, and a lot of that Western money from the United States in particular was pulled back as we thought these countries would now be able to avail themselves of EU funds. And that's not what happened. So stepping into that kind of void were countries like Russia and in other parts of the world, China.
Yeah, they're just very intriguing, those global economic issues. And this is going on Thursday evening.
Right.
And tickets on vailsymposium.org again?
Right, and we're going to be at Hotel Talisa. You know, we don't have a home, so we're always moving around.
Shifting around.
So we'll be at Hotel Talisa on Thursday evening. And as always, doors at 5:30. The program starts at 6 and wraps up around 7:30.
Perfect. Thank you so much for coming on, Claire. Thanks. Really intriguing topic, as you always do. I'm always impressed with the topics Vail Symposium brings every week. So stay up to date. Check out their website, vailsymposium.org, to purchase tickets and just see what's coming up in the future. And check them out this Thursday at Hotel Talisa. Now we're going to check in with Ashley, get a look at your local weather.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by GMC, the exclusive partner of Vail Resorts.
Oh, you are looking at a live shot from our back patio there in Avon at the Seasons building, looking up toward Beaver Creek. Can you guys see me waving at you? I can see you from here too. I'm on the Overlook Trail, and hey guys, can you see me? This is actually Alley's Way. It kind of cuts off the Overlook Trail, so if you're looking for maybe a little bit less of an epic adventure than the entire Overlook Trail, that's always a good option. Oh, we have one of the employees that's loading up right now, and that's Centennial Express. Let's see if we can Get him to wave at us. Oh, not looking, not looking. Anyway, oh, hey, good morning. Got it. Do you guys see that? All right, we're going to be seeing a lot of sunshine in the forecast today. So if you want to come out for a scenic gondola ride, this would be a great day to do that. We are expecting to see sunshine in the forecast really all day long. And our highs will be in the upper 50s and 60s. And, you know, Eric was talking about this earlier in the show. In the sunshine, it feels so much warmer than it does in the shade. So what I would recommend is that you bring some kind of a fleece or some kind of a long sleeve layer with you as you head out on your adventures, and also plenty of sunscreen, sunglasses, lots of water. And man, get ready for a great day of adventures. Our sunset tonight well after 8:30 p.m., which means you can enjoy happy hour on deck and then probably go out for some other kind of an outdoor activity. And we're going to continue to see this sunshine really all week long. So you picked the perfect time to be here. So whoever planned your trip, go ahead and just give them a big high five. Also, a big high five to GMC for providing a look at this local weather forecast. And up next, you know, if you are like I am and you just cannot get enough of these views. I mean, come on. Hello, Monday, right? Engel and Volkers will be in the studio, and there are some gorgeous properties that you could call home. So don't go anywhere.
Vail and Espanol magazine. Write your success story. 100 elegantly printed pages will show your product in a massive but personalized way to allow your business to grow in a preferred and exclusive brand. Advertise in Vail and Espanol magazine, a window to the world with a Latin taste.
Coyote Cafe is a Beaver Creek staple for its vibrant atmosphere, killer Mexican cuisine, including our new taqueria menu, and inventive scratch-made cocktails, craft beers, and signature margaritas. Catch live music on the patio, snag great après specials, watch the game on our big screen, or join the Mug Club. And make the Yodi, as the locals like to call it, your next stop for lunch and dinner. Open 7 days a week.
Well, the Vail Valley is home to many absolutely gorgeous properties, and as we've seen with amazing summer weather, you're going to want to stay up here all through the summer and winter. And I'm with Steve Stavisky from Engel and Volkers, and let me tell you, this property, holy cow, absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, I know, this is a beautiful property. This is in one of those neighborhoods where it's a little off the beaten path because it's not right directly in the resort, you know. So people that have lived here and have owned property here for a long time understand and know all these other communities. So this one is in Red Sky Ranch. But for those people and those of you out there who are in Vail or Beaver Creek for the first time, or you're just vacationing, sometimes we get tunnel vision and just stay in those resorts and don't realize all these other gorgeous communities and properties throughout the valley.
Yeah, it's like when you first move here, you're attracted to the resort, Vail and Beaver Creek, but the longer you're here, the further away you want to get from that hustle and bustle.
Yeah, and especially, you know, if you're making the home, you know, you're going to be there more often. You want to be in a golf course community. So this home is in Red Sky Ranch. 2 unbelievable golf courses, a Fazio course and a Norman course. Both, you know, plenty of accolades on those courses. And you're only 25 minutes from skiing.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about this. And this house here, this is a 10,000 square foot home. It's a big house.
Yeah.
There are people out there that want that size because they have expanding families and grandkids, or even a large family that needs to be in something a little bit bigger. And people like this because you're spending a third of the money that you might for the same house in the resort. You know, in Bachelor Gulch, 10,000 square feet of 10, 11, 12 million dollars.
Yeah.
This one here is listed at 4.25,
Yeah.
which is still a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but when you think of it that way, you are on 2 amazing golf courses, you're 25 minutes to ski, you know, maybe it's worth saving that $6-7 million.
Well, and the privacy and seclusion and feeling more like you're part of the outdoors here.
Yeah, for this.
Yeah.
Oh, in the home, we're seeing some pictures here too. Haven't even talked about it, but the stone and the log in this home is beautiful. It's definitely the Colorado sort of traditional mountain home that you feel definitely has like that lower level has that sort of iconic the hunting lodge feel.
Yeah, I saw those big timbers in the
it's
ceiling.
unbelievable, the stonework.
Look at this big outdoor patio here.
So that outdoor patio looks right at Game Creek. You can actually see Game Creek Bowl from that, and it's just an unobstructed view all the way. There's a wood fireplace out there. There's a pizza oven out there. There's a grill out there on the deck. It's heated. I mean, the owners now, they entertain on that deck 365 days.
Yeah.
You know, so even in the wintertime when they have family over Christmas, they'll be entertaining out on that deck. So it's a great house.
Certainly.
And you can't understate the value for a home like that in such a great neighborhood. And like you say, you're spreading out. I mean, this is on 1.7 acres. You know, that's
so much land. It's so hard to get up here.
Yeah, and it's open space behind it as well. So it's really a cool house.
Yeah, it's got a game room. It looks like we just saw a pool table there.
And this is a really good time to look at it because the weather's so good now. Everything's so green and lush, and just coming out and having a look, it's worth it. That's that lower level. It has that sort of lodge feel to it. It's just a really beautiful spot.
Yeah. Perfect, man. Well, that's in Red Sky Ranch.
Red Sky Ranch.
And if somebody does want to kind of schedule an appointment to see it or contact you, what's the best way to do that?
Well, if you're working with another real estate professional, give them a call. Have them call me. If you want to work directly here, you don't have someone, just call that mobile number on there, or there's is that my email or website? Yeah, there's a website there too. So either way.
Awesome, Steve. Well, thank you so much for joining us, showing off that absolutely incredible property. Check out Steve at England Volkers if you want to see that gorgeous house on 38 Elk Bugle and Red Sky Ranch. And stick with us. We got more Good Morning Vail coming up right after this.
Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Goodbye.
The world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate, available only on the next generation GMC Sierra.
Let us put you in the spirits.
If you want great customer service and amazing shopping experience, and we'll even hop in the truck and deliver your goods, then stick with the locals' favorite. Come on down to Avon Liquor and let us put you in the spirits.
Nest Furnishings and Consignment, located in the heart of the Vail Valley. Nest offers a variety of beautiful, affordably priced home furnishings, art, and accessories for your mountain home. Henredon, Restoration Hardware, Ralph Lauren, just to name a few brands available at Nest. Decorate your mountain home at Nest Furnishings and Consignment. Consignment redefined.
This weather report is brought to you by Good Morning Vail, live and on demand with any streaming TV service. Use the YouTube app in Apple TV and more to search TV8 Vail.
Holy Gorgeous is the name of the game today, as we've been seeing with Ashley Prill live on Beaver Creek. Abundant blue skies, very comfortable weather. We finally made it through the last little grasp of winter this weekend, and oh my gosh, this week is going to be amazing. Today, high of 58 degrees by noon. No precipitation, very little cloud cover. Going to be a perfect day to get out there. Go on a little hike. Low of 37 this evening. Sunset right around 8:40 p.m. Now, before we get into the 5-day forecast, wanted to take a peek at the national map, try to predict out some trends we're going to see over the next 5 days. Now, the big thing to note is this high pressure system all over Colorado. Very little moisture in the Pacific Northwest, which is typically where we get our storms flowing in from. Now, if we look at the jet stream, you'll notice a big open pocket over Colorado. So that means that high pressure system can just kind of sit on top of us, suppress any moisture, keep the temperatures rising throughout the course of the week with a high of 68 degrees on Thursday and just very comfortable low precipitation days throughout the course of the entire week. It's absolutely amazing weather. Summer has finally hit. Now we're going to check in with Ashley, and I guarantee you we're going to see how gorgeous it is out on Beaver Creek Mountain.
Epic Morning is brought to you by Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery, keeping you active.
I tell you what, Eric, I could not have picked a better day for a hike, and as you can see, I have made my way to Alley's Way, which connects to the Overlook Trail. Just kind of wanted to show you, I've got my map here, I'll show you where we've been this morning. Let me set this down here. So, started off right here at the base of the Centennial Express lift, and then took the Overlook Trail, this little squiggly line, over here, and then at Alley's Way, I cut over underneath the lift, and now I'm right here. So I'm going to be connecting to Cinch, which is the kind of the maintenance road, and then walking all the way back down to the Centennial Express lift. But with Alley's Way, right there you are, Alley's Way, you'll also might notice that there's another Alley's something on the mountain called Alley's Cabin, and you're probably like, who the heck is Alley? At least I was. And I did a little research to find out more about why they would name two different things after one person here at Beaver Creek. And Alley is named after Allie Townsend. She was basically the first lady of Vail, or of Beaver Creek. So Allie came here to Beaver Creek after suffering some pretty massive tragedy. Her father was a policeman, and he was shot in the line of duty. Her first husband, Sam Townsend, was he was a constable in Leadville, and he was shot over a court dispute. There was this up-and-coming young lawyer, and he clearly felt differently about this court situation, and so he shot Sam, and it was something that took place in a very public way in Leadville, and he was really beloved by the whole community. Over 2,000 people came to his funeral, and he and Allie had a young son, and so she's really distraught. And thankfully, the weekend that he was shot, his brother, who had a farm here at Beaver Creek, had come to visit them. So he was there with Allie when that happened, and he basically rescued her and her young son, brought them back here to Beaver Creek. Eventually, they got married, which I don't know, I'll have to investigate more about that story. But they were the 8th people to get married here in the Vail Valley. They started the first school here at Beaver Creek, and they also, I believe they were responsible for starting the first post office too. But they did a lot for establishing Beaver Creek as it is, and that's why we have Allie's name all over the mountain, a nod to the history before it became the resort. Now coming up, we are going to be chatting with KZYR, and I guarantee it's going to be a really great conversation, and then we're going to be kind of closing things out for this Monday edition of Good Morning Vail, so don't go anywhere.
Oh no. For all your vehicle's big oh no's,
Oh no.
there's always a big oh yes, like getting the best deals on high-quality tires and automotive service. This week only buy 3, get 1 free on select sets of 4 tires and all fluid exchange services. Visit BigOTires.com for details. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park. Take a ride on the tram all the way to the Rocky Mountain top. It's awesome! Swing over the canyon, you'll swear you're gonna drop. Thrills, adventure, family fun. Get here just as fast as your car will run. Tons of fun here waiting for you at Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park. It's awesome!
Well, we know you're watching TV8's Good Morning Vail right now, and when it's time to get in the car and head to work or head to a hike, it's time to turn on KZYR Radio, and I am here with Steve Lee from KZYR. Thanks for joining us. It's great to have another media personality on.
Thanks for having me. It's nice to be here. It's odd for me because everybody always says I have a face for radio, so it's odd to be in front of the cameras when you have a face for radio.
trade places one day and you host Good Morning Vale, I'll go on the radio.
Yeah, last time I was here, we made gingerbread houses. It was that November promotion you guys had, and I got disqualified because I was using hot melt glue to make gingerbread houses.
Well, you can't eat that.
Well, I didn't know
Well, I
you
guess
ate
you could eat the
Who
glue.
eats gingerbread
No one's
houses?
gonna stop you from eating glue.
I know, but they turned out magnificent.
Yeah,
because
yours
I glued it
probably
together.
looks the best, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So we have a cool thing going on this week at the radio station. There's a new movie coming out called Yesterday. It's a film about a guy who's a singer-songwriter who's had a failed music career, and somehow the world has a blackout, and everybody during this blackout forgets who the Beatles are.
Of all the things that happen during a blackout.
Yeah, except for him.
Yeah.
So he's strumming along a Beatles song. Everybody's like, that's an incredible song. Where'd you learn that song? Did you write that song? And he's like, no, it's a Beatles song. Well, nobody remembers the Beatles. So he has a career doing Beatles songs. It's a really cute film. It's having its premiere this Thursday night at the Riverwalk Theater in Edwards. We basically bought out the theater and have all the tickets for it for the premiere. It comes out nationwide on Friday.
Okay.
So all you have to do is listen for a Beatles song, and when you hear it, call in and win.
Okay. And what number can they call in?
926-ROCK.
926-ROCK.
Which is 7625. If you have a smartphone, a lot of people on their smartphone don't see the little letters on there. It's 7625.
Yeah. Dang technology.
It's technology.
Took away the ability to say 926-ROCK.
I know, rock. It's R-O-C-K. Come on. Yeah.
So anytime the Beatles play, give 926-ROCK a call, win free tickets to this Thursday evening at Riverwalk Center.
Right. And we're going to throw in drinks with it and popcorn. Because
Yeah.
you can't go to the movie without having popcorn and something to drink.
Now, do you have segmented times where you think the Beatles might be playing? Do you transition from like rock to blues to country to...
No.
It's just a good mix of music.
Yeah, I would say during the day from like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. when either Weeze or I are in the studio or on our sister station, 104.7 The Mile.
Okay.
Anytime during the day. 1 o'clock in the morning, if you call, I'm probably not going to answer.
Are you there at 1 o'clock in the morning?
I'm not there at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah, it's just like you. You're not here.
No,
at 1
they're just
o'clock in the
rerunning
morning.
it.
But sometimes we see you at 1 o'clock in the morning doing
It's
the weather forecast.
The magic of television.
It's amazing, yeah.
So quickly here, if our viewers aren't familiar with KZYR, what kind of content can they expect from you?
We are a hyper-local radio station, so everything is geared towards the local. Lots of local information, roads, weather, kind of like you guys are. Ski conditions in the wintertime, summertime, mountain biking, rafting, everything from when you can water your yard to what's happening, emergency situations, bank robberies, news, that sort of thing. And we play, I would call it light rock.
Okay.
It's rock and roll from the last 4 or 5 decades, a lot of new stuff as well.
Yeah. So it's
no Beyonce, no hip hop, not a lot of top 40 stuff.
Yeah.
No Taylor Swift, Dave Matthews, U2.
So a good reprieve for somebody in my 35-year-old demographic to get away from the current music and actually listen to my past hits.
Past hits and
Yeah.
new stuff. Imagine Dragons we play, you probably listen to.
Yeah.
But I get the impression you're a Taylor Swift fan. You're a Lady Gaga fan.
Tay-Tay's pretty rad, and I could go for some Gaga every now and then.
Little Tay-Tay.
I'm a bit more of a rocky guy, though. I like my guitars.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Steve, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having
looking
us.
forward to having you on some more, and for potentially winning tickets. I'm gonna have to listen for the Beatles to
You
come
have
on.
to just listen in when you get off here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Well, have a good rest of your day. Good luck with the giveaway.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Tune in to KZYR or 104.1 The Mile, and when the Beatles come on, give that 926-ROCK number a call and win yourself free tickets to Yesterday. And we got just a little bit more Good Morning Vale coming up right after this.
Jeff Foxworthy here. If you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Hi, my name is Brian Stein, and I'm with Sun and Ski Sports here in Avon and Dillon, Colorado. We truly enjoy our partnership with TV8. They truly are great for us. The partnership we have is they expose us to both the local community and they expose us to the international community and all around the country. People love watching TV8 when they're here, and they love watching it when they're at home. Again, we truly enjoy our partnership with TV8.
How good does that look? Garfinkel's right here in Lion's Head. How are
I
you?
was waiting for you to start cooking here. Today we're going to be cooking a little bit of elk.
Hot German rye bread.
Fresh out of the oven,
Yes.
some butter. I love it.
So we get a nice kind of texture in the fish, golden brown crust.
Okay. The food looks great and smells even better.
Cheers to you.
What a fun show we had today. Oh my gosh, I hope you enjoyed watching me make huevos rancheros. Make that breakfast. Corn tortilla, eggs, cheese, green chili. Get that going. Tune in tomorrow.